The Sentinelese, North Sentinel Island. Nobody knows what these people call themselves. They live on a small island in the Indian Ocean. They fish, they hunt, they build shelters. They have their own language, their own rules, their own beliefs. None of it has ever been shared with anyone outside. Nobody knows how many of them there are. Nobody knows what they believe happens when someone dies. Nobody knows anything, because nobody has ever gotten close enough to find out and come back. There is also something that makes their situation more serious than just isolation. Their immune systems have never faced outside diseases. A common cold could kill all of them. 60,000 years of human history wiped out by something you would shake off in a week. We are coming back to them at the end. Because what happened on that island in 2025 changes everything. The Korowai, Papua, Indonesia. The world did not know the Korowai existed until 1974. These people live in houses, just not on the ground. The Korowai build their homes in the trees, full houses up to 35 meters high, in the rainforest canopy. They sleep there, cook there, raise children there. They hunt, they fish. They know every part of the forest around them better than any outsider ever will. But here is the part that makes people stop. The Korowai believe in something called the kahwa, a witch that looks exactly like a normal person, living inside the tribe, quietly eating someone from the inside. When a person dies unexpectedly, the tribe finds the kahwa responsible and eats them. Researchers living with Korowai groups confirmed this was still happening in the 1990s. Some say beyond that. When outsiders first showed up, the Korowai had a name for them, people from the land of the dead. The Asmat, Papua, Indonesia. The Asmat believed they were carved from wood. Their origin story says the first Asmat people were not born. They were made carved from trees by a creator god and brought to life through the sound of a drum. 65,000 people, living in the swamps and forests of Papua. Their wood carving is considered some of the finest ever seen from any indigenous culture anywhere on Earth. But the thing the outside world could not stop talking about is the head hunting. They took the heads of enemies. Skulls were used as pillows, as bowls, kept close and slept beside every night. And children were not given names at birth. A name had to be earned, taken from an enemy killed in battle. Until that moment, a child lived without a full identity. The headhunting has stopped, but the belief in what a name means and where it has to come from has not changed at all. Before we get to the next tribe, hit subscribe and turn on notifications to stay updated on future videos. The Huaorani, Ecuador. 4,000 people in Ecuador's Yasuni rainforest. Their knowledge of that forest, every plant, every animal, every sound, is complete in ways outside science is still trying to understand. Generations of climbing through the rainforest, hunting monkeys in the canopy with spears and blowguns. The forest literally rebuilt their bodies over time. Their society runs on one simple rule. Inside the tribe, everyone is family. Outside it, different rules apply. Entering their land without an invitation is not seen as a mistake. It is answered every time. Oil workers have been speared. Explorers have been speared. And in 1956, 5 missionaries who had spent weeks dropping gifts from a plane to show they came in peace were all speared to death the night they landed. The gifts did not change the rule. The Agori, India. Most people choose where to live based on comfort. The Agori choose cremation grounds, around 70 members, living permanently in the places where Hindu families bring their dead to be burned. Ash, bone, smoke that never stops. They cover their skin in cremation ash. They make cups from human skulls. They retrieve what the Ganges River carries to shore and eat it. And they have a reason. Their belief is that nothing in this world is truly impure. That the line between clean and disgusting, between holy and horrifying, is something humans invented out of fear. So they remove the fear. by doing the thing that terrifies everyone else every single day. They are not violent. They hurt no one outside themselves. They simply chose a path to God that runs directly through the one place everyone else refuses to look. The Jarawa, Andaman Islands, India, 300 to 400 people, always moving, never staying anywhere long enough to build something permanent. They hunt boar, fish in shallow water, carry everything they own, and their knowledge of the forest they move through has been building for 60,000 years. When they collected honey from high trees, they sang specific songs for specific moments of the hunt. They decorated themselves with flowers, shells, and clay patterns drawn onto their skin. For most of the 20th century, arrows at anyone who came near. Then, in 1998, a small group walked out of the forest on their own. No arrows, just walked out. What followed was not what that moment deserved. A road through their territory became a tourist attraction. Visitors filmed them, threw food at them from car windows, posted videos online. Their immune systems have never faced outside disease. 60,000 years survived, and a tourist with a cold is now the biggest threat they face. The San Bushmen, Southern Africa, the oldest living culture on Earth. Not one of the oldest, the oldest. Their DNA traces back to the very first modern humans. Their ancestors walked the same land, the exact same land, before any other culture in history existed. Their language uses sounds that exist in no other language on Earth. Clicks and sounds produced in parts of the mouth that no other language ever developed. They can follow an animal across bare rock. They hunt with poison arrows, beetle larvae, snake venom, something that cannot be cooked out. So the area where the arrow strikes is always cut away before the meat is touched. 20,000 years. Through ice ages and droughts and everything the continent threw at them. Then European colonists arrived with guns, and in under 200 years nearly destroyed what 20,000 years could not touch. Many sand communities are still in court today, fighting for land that was theirs before any court existed to hear the case. The Asaro Mudmen, Papua New Guinea. Every tribe on this list found a way to deal with threats. Some fought, some hid, some killed. The Asaro Mudmen found a completely different answer. They made themselves look like something nobody would ever want to get near. The story goes that the Asaro fled from a rival tribe into a river. When they came out, completely gray and covered in mud, their attackers fled. They thought they were seeing the dead come back. The Asaro understood what just happened and never stopped. Gray clay, head to toe. Then the mask. Every mask made by hand. Every one different. Horns, fangs, hollow eyes, teeth that curve the wrong way. The only rule? Make it as disturbing as possible. Fingers extended with bamboo. Movement slow. A rhythm that does not look like walking. They are completely peaceful. Always have been. No violence. No weapons drawn against outsiders. They just made sure that nobody coming toward them for the first time would know that. Back to the Sentinelese. Now you have seen all 8. The Sentinelese have none of the problems the others face. No tourists, no loggers, because nobody can get in. 60,000 years on that island. Everything they need, made from what the island provides. A full society, a full language, a full belief system. All of it completely unknown to anyone outside. In 2004, the tsunami that killed 227,000 people passed directly under their island. A helicopter sent to check for survivors was met with arrows immediately. In 2018, a missionary landed on the shore. He had been turned back with arrows the day before. Wrote in his journal that he was scared. Went back the next morning anyway. He did not come back. In March 2025, a social media influencer illegally landed on the island, driven back into the ocean at Arrow Point. He left. He was the lucky one. Nobody knows their name for themselves. Nobody knows how many of them are left. Nobody knows their language or their stories or what they believe. They are the only people left on this planet who are completely completely on their own terms, and they have been for longer than history has existed to record it. If you like this video, take a second to subscribe so you're notified whenever we upload a new video.